is 6:49. This is your morning in 8 minutes. You're taking a live look at Gatlinburg, where the winds are really picking up. You can tell how fast the flag is moving there. These conditions are making it difficult for fire crews to control wildfires there in Sevier County and Cott County.
And a red flag warning is issued because of the winds. Fire crews asking that you do not burn anything today because it can burn and spread quickly.
Even something as small as a cigarette could spark a fire because it is so dry. The Smoky Mountains will start closing some roads this morning around 10 o'clock. You can expect these roads on your screen right now, including Cades Cove Loop Road to close, along with both the Foothills Parkway East and West. More roads are expected to close around noon. Park officials say they will remain closed until the high winds expire. We've got a full list for you right now in the WVLT News app.
And this morning, firefighters in the Smokies are continuing to fight the 960-acre Thomas Divide Complex wildfire on the North Carolina side of the mountains. It is 60% contained this morning. Same story in Cott County. The Chimney Rock fire in the Cherokee National Forest, also 60% contained. Both fires resulting from down power lines from those high winds, but fire crews tell us they can spark just from the smallest of things.
Do not set any type of fires outside. A cigarette butt flipped out of the car on the side of the road is starting fires in the conditions that we have.
And we do want to get right over to Chief Meteorologist Heather Haley with the latest on what we can expect today. Heather.
Yeah, let's talk about those winds first. Let's walk through really what we call fire weather, or that red flag warning. Basically, conditions are prime in our area. Right now, we've already got windy conditions in the Smokies, breezy on the plateau, and those winds are going to keep going up. That is the key with today. That's why those alerts start later this morning. So walking through that timeline here, we do have your wind advisories area-wide. That's your shades of brown, your high wind warning in the Smokies. Gusts up to 80 miles per hour in the mountains and up to 55 miles per hour. But notice that continues tonight. That's because winds are increasing late morning in the valley, midday. Now we're all starting to become windier, sharing those 40-mile-per-hour winds area-wide this afternoon. There's a little give and take in the evening before it spreads right back out with the actual passage of that front. So that's what's very important here. That front's still on the way. So we'll talk more about the rain ahead here in just a moment.
Heather, thanks. New this morning, westbound lanes on I-40 in Loudoun County are back open this morning after this FedEx tractor trailer caught fire last night. Responders closed the highway near exit 321. The road was closed for more than 6 hours. We're working to learn the driver's condition. And this morning, Sevier County investigators are looking for a suspect they say stabbed a man during a road rage incident. It happened on Chapman Highway near Wide Drive around 4 o'clock yesterday. Deputies think the suspect could be driving a gray Toyota truck, and there may have been another person with them. We're working to learn the condition of the man stabbed. If you have any information, call police.
Right now, multiple law enforcement agencies are searching for a suspect who led police on a chase through Campbell and Claiborne counties.
The Campbell County Sheriff's Office says they were trying to pull the suspect over when they realized the suspect was driving a stolen vehicle, but that suspect took off, eventually got out of the car and ran off into a field in Claiborne County. If you know anything, call police.
Meanwhile, a child and adult are recovering this morning after being hit by a freight train. This happened yesterday at the Ball Camp Pike and Ball Road intersection. Police say the two were inside of a car when it happened. Both were removed from the car and taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. And continuing coverage of family mourning yet another death after 4 family members are shot and killed within a year.
The latest happening Monday night. Jaquan Gillette died after being shot in the Dollar General parking lot on Sutherland Avenue. Police are still looking for the shooter. Crime Stoppers tells us he was the older brother to Jamarian Little Dada Gillette, an Austin East student who died after a shooting in March of last year. 2 other cousins are also dead from shootings last year. All 4 murders remain unsolved. If you know anything at all, contact the East Tennessee Valley Crime Stoppers. We have the number for you in our WVLT News app.
Right now, investigators are working to figure out how a woman died after her body washed ashore in West Knox County. She was found early yesterday near River Club Way. The sheriff's office says they don't believe foul play is involved. An autopsy is underway right now. And around the world, peace talks continue today in Turkey between delegates from Russia and Ukraine.
Russia says it's pulling troops from Kyiv, but President Biden and top U.S. officials have their doubts about why. The Pentagon believes Russia is instead prioritizing the war in the east and south after failing to quickly take Kyiv. Russian forces stalled outside the capital, unable to break the Ukrainian defenses. As peace talks continue, Ukraine's delegation agreed to a Russian demand that their country would declare itself neutral and abandon any hope of joining NATO.
It is 6:54. We do want to get right to Whitney Turner with your first alert traffic.
You're in good shape to start your Wednesday morning commute. Those interstates and main roads looking good. This is a live look at I-275 and I-40 right around downtown Knoxville. That volume is still light and steady ahead of that morning rush. If you are just now hitting the road, 40 westbound is moving 71 miles an hour from Winfield on Parkway into downtown. 75 southbound moving 65 miles an hour from Raccoon Valley Road to I-640, and Alcoa Highway northbound moving 57 miles an hour toward downtown.
Your first alert forecast with Chief Meteorologist Heather Haley.
I just showed you where those winds are higher in the higher elevations. Well, look what it's doing to those temperatures. Coming down the mountains, a little cooler, Pigeon Forge. Meanwhile, windier up the mountain, warmer. In the Southern Valley, breezier, 52 in Athens. Windier on the plateau, 62 Jamestown. And, well, pretty quiet in the valley, and 45 in Knoxville, 39 in Sneedville. So the shifting winds are affecting a lot now. And then the front's still on the way. So when we get some afternoon clearing, just know that the heat and the winds go up. Meanwhile, the risk for severe weather is greater from Mississippi to West Tennessee today, then Alabama to Middle Tennessee this evening, before it starts at least decreasing in intensity and moves into our area tonight. So that means winds just keep going up before the rain and storms even get here, and they'll bring their own winds. So for now, it's calm in the valley and breezier higher elevations, and that drops down, helps to crank up the heating. High today 83 with those gusts of 40+ miles per hour. And then the rain comes in tonight. So I wanted to show you a quick look at that rain forecast where you live. Look at that spike up to 3/4 to an inch Southern Valley. Some of the heavier rain here on the plateau as well. Then a little choppy 1/3 to 1/2 inch in areas like the Central Valley to Northeast Tennessee and far southeastern Kentucky. So we've got a close look at all of this as we move forward with today with the winds, then the rain and storms, then the cool down coming up on the CW.
Heather, thanks. And we just got word too that some of those roads in the Smokies are actually closing at 8 o'clock this morning. Originally it was 10, but that is due to the high winds. So just a heads up if you are traveling to that area.
We're headed over to WBXX. We hope you have a good Wednesday.